Hello everybody, welcome to the United Stand. I'm Mark Goldbridge. What is the problem with Liam Delap? Well, not a lot, according to latest reports, because Liam Delap is Man United's priority again with losing the final against Tottenham on Wednesday. They're in fact preparing to up their offer to make sure they get him. So the wages we were maybe offering a couple of days ago are going to go up. That's how desperate we are. Beggars can't be choosers. But my issue with Liam Delap is that, and I want to get into some statistics here, is that if this is the best we can get, then we've got to go for it. But Man United need to be back in Europe in 12 months. If we're not back in Europe in 12 months, the situation we're in now is pretty dire. But another year of not in Europe, it's just more money lost. So we need 20 Premier League goals. That means that we need Liam Delap to do something he's never done by a long way. He's got to go and get 20 Premier League goals because we've got a lot of league positions to climb. So I want to delve into the player. My concerns are, I don't think his hold-up play is good enough. I don't think his link-up play is good enough. I don't think he gets assists. And I don't think he'll score enough goals in a Man United shirt. And I think he's a project, and we don't need another project. You get what you pay for. We need a premium striker. It might not be available, and that might be why we're going for him. But we were looking at him before, and I just have my concerns. I think this is another Jason Wilcox project, another cheap project that will be good in a few years. And the hypocrisy in that is, wasn't Garnacho meant to be good in a few years? We're already looking to cash out at 20. We're already rumoured to be cashing out on Manu. So this whole development thing, name me the last player that we actually developed. So why are we obsessed with it? But I think that's the priority here with Liam Delap. It's just, I don't think it's what United need. I think we need an experienced striker because we need something to happen next season that is almost unprecedented. We need to go from, if we lose to Villa, fourth from bottom to top four in 1 year. And to do that, you better score some goals. So I want a striker that can score goals. Arguably, you might be better off going with Mateta. But let's talk about it. So first of all, this is all stats from Y-Scout. These are my issues. Delap, well, they're not issues, they're concerns. If he's the best we can get, go and get it. I'm just saying, is it going to be good enough? Because we need goals. So when it comes to passes per 90, he's not even in the top 30 for forwards in the Premier League this season. He's averaging 10 passes per game with a 64% pass accuracy. Rasmus is 12 passes per game with 80%. So as bad as Rasmus has been, he's passing the ball more at a better accuracy. So that just shows you, all right, he's playing for Ipswich, but Rasmus is playing for Man United. They're both terrible this season. So you actually get more pass accuracy and slightly more passes per 90 with Rasmus. But also, I suppose a better example would be Jimenez at Fulham. 20 passes per 90 with a 74% pass accuracy. That's double the amount of passes Liam Delap's doing in an Ipswich shirt for Fulham. So you'd want more than that. And yes, maybe there will be more than that in a Man United shirt, but it's again, you're asking for a big step up, aren't you? Just on the passes and and being part of the link-up play. What about assists per 90? So again, he's not even in the top 30 forwards again for assists, and yet he plays with forwards who do get assists. But that's not what he's all about. In fact, he is this sounds incredible, but he is 0.03 assists per game, which I think, if I'm right, works out at 3 assists every 100 games. Having said that, Erling Haaland is 0.06, so 6 assists every 100 games. People like Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea are 2 assists per game, 0.109. Ollie Watkins is 2 assists per game at 0.2 per 90. So look, that just shows you he's not really a striker about assists at Ipswich either. Something he is good at though, and would be an improvement, is work rate. Definitely, this is something where I would give him a tick in the box. So for offensive duels, he is 9th out of all the forwards in the Premier League, averaging 11.6 offensive duels per 90. Obviously, playing for someone like Ipswich, you're going to have to work a lot. You're not going to have a lot of the ball necessarily. Rasmus is 9.2 and Mateta is 8.9. So it just shows you, Rasmus has to work. Mateta has to work, but Delap is ahead of both of those players with 11.6, and he wins 37% of his offensive duels. So look, that's a positive. The work rate's a positive. It's not a positive in his build-up play. It's not a positive with his assists, but his work rate's good. Is that something we're championing at Man United? In the modern day, I think you do need to work hard. So that is a tick in the box. What about goals per 90? So he's 17th in the Premier League for goals per 90. He gets 0.39 goals per 90, comparable to other forwards around, the Premier League. Nicholas Jackson is also 0.38, so pretty much the same goals per 90 ratio as Nicholas Jackson at Chelsea. Wizza is a lot higher at 0.5. Mateta is 0.45. Chris Wood is 0.58, and Isak is 0.7. So it just goes to show there again that, and also just another player I'd throw in is Strand Larsen at Wolves, 0.44. So 0.39 isn't bad, but it's certainly not prolific. It's not as good as Wissa. It's not as good as Mateta. It's not as good as Wood. It's not as good as Larsen. It's on a par with Nicholas Jackson. So that's goals per 90 in an Ipswich shirt. What about conversion rate, though? What about shots per 90 and conversion rate? Because that's not going to be club specific. That's how many shots you're getting and what you're doing with them. Because a lot of people go, it's Ipswich, he plays for Ipswich, it's going to be an upgrade at Man United. Well, this is where you find not the... You'd think going to Man United, you're going to get more service, but I think a lot of people know where this is going to go. So shots per 90 and conversion rate, he gets 2.1 shots per 90 with a 19% conversion rate, Liam Delap. Compare that to Beto at Everton. He gets 2.2 shots per 90 with a 19% conversion rate. So they're very close, 2.1, 2.2, 19% conversion rate. So he's pretty much Beto on conversion rate. Are the players better than him? Yes, Chris Wood. So Delap is 2.1 shots per 90. So he basically gets 2 shots per 90 and converts 1 every 5. Wood gets 1.7 shots per 90 and converts 32% of his chances, so a lot higher. Larsen at Wolves is 1.6 shots per 90 with a 28% conversion rate. Mateta is 1.8 shots per 90 with a 24% conversion rate. So Wood, Larsen and Mateta are a lot better conversions than Delap or Beto. Rasmus, now considering Delap in an Ipswich shirt is 2.1 shots per 90 with a 19% conversion rate. Rasmus is 1.1 shots per 90. Horrific for a Man United striker, with a 14% conversion rate, and Xerxes is 1.1 with a 12% conversion rate. So, I mean, look, you can say Rasmus ain't very good, you can say Xerxes isn't very good, but it's appalling service to our strikers again. 1.1 shots, I mean, basically getting 1 shot a game. At Ipswich, he's getting 2. So again, look, it's not horrific, but it's certainly not the best conversion rate in the Premier League. It's quite mid, really, in relation to even the likes of Mateta, Strand Larsen, Beto, Nicholas Jackson. So I think that, look, Liam Delap's decent. He's 22. He can get better. But the warning signs that I think people have is that when you look at the player, and I have seen him play a few times, and when you look at the stats, he's just a decent Premier League striker. There's not some hidden there. There's not some hidden conversion rate. There's not some hidden, passing completion or assists or anything like that. He's a steady Premier League striker with potential to get better. Is that Man United's summer signing to take us back into the top 4? It's a hell of an ask. For me, Liam Delap is your second striker. Liam Delap is your second striker when you're trying to build squad depth. For him to be our starting striker next season, the guy that's going to get our goals, I tell you what, credit to him and credit to Man United Football Club if it works, because I just think we need better than that. I think this is the one area of the pitch. And also, in fairness to him, he could do it. It might be the best we can get. But let's be very, very clear here. That team needs an experienced striker. You look at that final against Spurs, you look at the game before against Chelsea, we're creating nothing. You need a striker that's shouting at everyone going, I'm making these runs, put the ball in the box. And they don't listen to what we've got at the moment. What's going to make them suddenly listen to a 22-year-old Liam Delap who's come from Ipswich? I think you need an aura striker. But the big problem we've got now is we probably were going to do that if we won on Wednesday, and now you get what you can. But that's what I think. That's what I think the issue is with Liam Delap. If we get him, I'm going to back him. I've never said he was crap, but my concerns are there's a lot of uplift needed on passing, link up, conversion rate, shots, assists. We're so far behind another project striker who needs to, you know, his whole game's got to go up massively straight away. The pressure. But this is what we've done. This is the situation that's been created. Get your comments in. Let me know what your thoughts are. And also, primarily, should we be knocking his wages up just because we're desperate? There's the question. For me, you go and talk to Osimhen and you go and talk to Gyökeres and you say, you know, I'll knock the wages up for you. Do you fancy it? But we're Man United. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe. I'll speak to you on the next one.